So, first of all, thank you for coming. Thank you, thank you. I'm so glad to see you guys here, to use your time to see my presentation, Taking Over the World. So today, I would like to share with you all guys about my idea and the organization which I'm going to make, the call Octopus, and the impulse and motivation which led me to be here. So, there's a lot of things that I want to say, but small summary is what I said right now. So first of all, I would like to question all you guys this. Have you got bored? Not yet. Okay. That's good answer. That's good. That's brilliant. Because boredom itself is a toxic. This is a poison. Even though this gives you a chance to make a breakthrough. Well, I'm a bit bored. In this current world. So, to reveal the reason why I'm feeling so, let me start talking about today's situation. Chapter 1. So, more technology developed, more lifestyle changed. I think our lifestyle is dramatically changed compared to 100 years ago. It was so quick. And we acquired lots of possibility to communicate each other. So this is very interesting number. This is smart device penetration in Europe. So how many people who has the smart devices in this world? In Germany, 77% of people are having or using smart devices, which we can see in the train, U-Bahn, S-Bahn. Many people are like using smart devices, even though maybe this is not important text message, they are using their time. So this number is very trustful. And in 2024, this ratio in the world is going to be just below the half in the world. So almost 1 of 2 people are using smart devices. This is very amazing, but at the same time, this has a problem. So I have to get deeper into this happening, this phenomena, and this, how we use these devices. I think it's very good. For example, I can call to my mom via Skype for free. It doesn't, I don't have to go to Japan. Like, hello my mom, I'm fine, how's it going? Everything's possible. So it's very nice. I can hear my mom's voice, which is very, for me, nice and lovely. But in the other hand, I can also perceive a lot of information, YouTube, Netflix, or Instagram, whatever. So I don't have to be there or be here to see the physical contents. So it's something like I'm sitting on the sofa, like drinking coffee, and on the table there's snacks, pizza, blah, 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 and this is contents. And whenever I want, whatever I want, I can change the dishes every time. So it means people can be lazy, just sitting. watching that. That's it. To be lazy. It's possible now. It's possible. So, five or 2.5. Do you know this number means? Okay. When I use smart devices, this iPod, what I'm going to use is seeing, a bit of hearing, and a bit of touching. 2.5. Just 2.5 senses we use. Of course, we hear and we taste the air, blah, blah, blah. So everything is functioning, but there's two-dimensional worlds. One is the physical world, one is the digital world. And what we are using now, right now, this moment, is a 5. It's 5. And also there's a complexity of this world, which is happening. The virtual world tendency has one-on-one communication. So I control what I want to see or watch, read. And the virtual world can give me the opportunity, a chance to see something. So this direction, this is on the line. But now, for example, people passing by here, dogs are running maybe, and water is there, we can hear the noise, and the birds is singing, for example. So this is hyper interactive. This is so hyper interactive. Which one is better? In percentage, 100% or 50%. This is like huge difference to use our biological ability. Maybe it's not convincing. 100 or 50%. 100 or 50%. This is very important. So, why I'm leaving? Why I'm leaving? What for? I don't know. But what I know, just only one thing, is to have fun. Have fun. Joy. I want to get more joy. I want to enjoy much more. In this point of view, I have to use my ability 100%. But it's not only 100. Actually, it's 120% of my potential. This is required to make a maximal joy. It's very, very important. So, what is the joy? What is the joy? How can we enjoy? How can we? Exactly. So the joy is actually communication. Communication. So what is the communication? What is the communication? Everything. It is everything. So I am artist. I chose my life to express myself by art. So every time I had to think, what is art? What is art? In the end, I found art is nothing. art does not exist because art is the communication. Because the communication does not exist. Because this is information. Everything's happening. So we just get deeper into the communication. Maybe this could be answer for you. So what we communicate? My answer is mind. We have to have something to say somebody or to communicate with someone to get communicated. So this mind, this is the whole of that. This is the origin. This is what I believe firmly. When we talk about mind, we can have good reference. The etymology of mind. In Western world, mind is memory, intellect. This kind of like meaning. This is very like short version. I'm sorry about this. And in Japan, the etymology of mind, which is called kokoro, there is one theory which defines there is a way. Kokoro. I didn't want.
Mind is more like
Okay. Okay.
Heart is more like
Heart. Okay, into the heart. Into the heart. I didn't want to use the heart because it sounds a bit physical, and I didn't want to use the soul because this is with the believings to do. But heart. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. So anyway, kokoro, the etymology of kokoro in Japanese, this is unknown. So I was thinking, what is for me heart, and how does it come, and where does it come? My conclusion is unexistence, because this is a phenomenon. This is much more like big scale. Not only from me, this is a communication with the world, and the heart is coming from there somehow. Oops. Excuse me. I found those kind of things is very important to enjoy our life or to find what human beings is. The things which we can define not existed or not existing is the core of our decision making, in my opinion. Unconsciousness, consciousness, joy, communication, art, memory, and heart. That's why we want to express something, because it's not existing. This is a bit paradox. But this is why we want to create something we want to express, we want to make a physical thing, or maybe I want to put my body or use my body, which is physical, to express how somehow to beyond the border of our unexistence. This is my discovery after 31 years. It's been a bit long. But well, there's another factor which we have to think, which I found also very important. Image. Some people said we started from logos, language, linguistic. This is sort of our thinking process. When we talk about the history of communication, the first archive, the oldest archive which we have as the evidence of communication as a physical data is the cave painting. This is image. Actually, I have two arc images in my life. One, when I was when I was a child, something like 6, 7 years old, I had been suffering from childhood asthma. So often, like I had a 40 degrees fever, maybe like suffering, maybe I could die. I don't know. Somehow I live, I survived. So, thanks my mom. Well, in this period, I had one very intensive image. It was a nightmare. Black ships are flying like stitching in the clouds, and seems that they are ready for attack. This is a symbol of hopeless for me. Second one. This could be a dream, or the dream I saw when I was awake at the age of 10. In a desperate situation with no escape, there's a man standing and facing on the situation. My life has been built by these two images, just only two. I tried a lot of things. I, first of all, started to perform when I was 10 in the school. It's just like a tiny thing. And then I tried to express myself in any form. Almost everything I tried, because I wanted to express myself. When I was 19 years old, I flew to London to expand my horizon and to find maximize expression form in the world. And also I had an intuition. Someday I would need English. Right now I'm 31 years old. At the age of 10, I got two strong images. I'm like one is 7 years old, so since 10 years old. I had been craving to express myself. And since 19 years old, I was wanting to search expression form. And when I was 21 years old, I got an idea to move this world further. So over 10 years, I was thinking, doing for this image.
You want to complete your needs and desires that you had, and you want to express in some sort of way by your way.
Yes,
Speaking. And now you found it.
yes, yes, yes. So what I want to do, or what I did do, what I will do, what we will do is touch your mind, cock, heart. Heart. Because there's one problem, qualia problem, excuse me. Nobody can define my red color and your red color is same. So our communication is very abstract. That means we cannot understand each other 100%, but somehow, as a whole, when we think about this world as a whole, it works. Because we try every time. This one, somehow, yeah, it's not something, yeah, it's not something like a weak one, bang, bang. It requires your braveness. It's not easy going because the precondition of our communication is ununderstandable. So we have to go beyond the border by the braveness. This is very, very important to enjoy our life. Right? This is not only for artists, it's for everything, for everybody. Not only human beings. Birds as well, grasses as well, they are living so intensively to burn their life. This is just only way to enjoy 120% of joy. So, what am I going to do in the future? As I introduced before, the organization which I'm establishing is, oops. Octopus. Octopus. This organization, independent, interdisciplinary, art and investment organization, makes everything possible. Makes every fucking thing possible. There are three statements, very important word. One, freely, self-reliantly, honestly touch your mind. Second, make this world more fun and exciting. Third, hijack the everyday life. This is a very important statement from octopus. Taco. Well, how does it work? Yeah, it's very easy to say that. Even though I don't have this organization. Well, it's very revolutionary. One, the output method is based on art. Happening. Happening is only way to resist against the virtual reality and to use our potential. Because life is once. Why don't we use this element in our expression form? This is fucking massive. Second, the financial workflow is based on investment. So, if I have 10 million euro, the ideal number of investment capital gain is 5%, just for example. Then 10 million, 5%, which means 500,000 euro. This means to express something is very possible out of capital gain. And investment has a one contribution for the world. If Octopus invests for the company which creates better future for us, we can gain the money out of that. So this is the mixture of capitalism and socialism. This is what I want to do. And this is going to be a big chunk, like twisting each other to make a big tree. This is octopus. Well, how can I start? Damn! Startup budget is 1 million euro. 1 million euro. Until when? You want to ask for. Until 7th of 7, 2020. I am going to make 1 million euro. How? There is a three method. One, to be a male escort in Japan. I'm gonna sell my unexistence, which is called communication. Well, no sex. Or maybe. Oh, let's see. I don't know. Second, to be a YouTuber. Third is the classical method. So I'm going to ask people, I'm going to meet interesting people, investors, foundation, and homeless people as well. So everybody, I can ask for good method to gain 1 million euro. So this is 100%. This is not just only one. It's not like this. Every moment I'm searching. Otherwise I cannot make fucking this money. Because I've never done that before. But I have an image. It's already fixed. Fortunately. Ha 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 ha. So the 7th of July, 2020. Alexanderplatz. Alexanderplatz. Again, 7th July 2020, when the wish comes true in Japanese old tale. 12 o'clock. Don't be late. UTC +2. Alexanderplatz in Berlin. I'm going to know the octopus. You. We are hijacking Alexanderplatz. If you felt or you are feeling to see the octopus, you are already part of octopus. Theoretically concluded, no avoidable. So, the last word. Oh, I missed. Sorry, Kento-kun, I just forgot your word. Dankeschön. Thank you very much for coming today, excuse me. Feierabendgefühl habe ich gerade. Vielen Dank. Dankeschön.